Hey everyone, welcome back to A Geek's Garage. So it's another day here. It's starting to warm up. It's like 50 degrees in this garage, which is awesome. Way better than 30 or less. So I can finally get out here and start doing some work again. Today's video is going to be pretty quick, and I'll explain what I'm doing in just a minute, but just more updates on the engine. I know I keep saying I'm going to hopefully rebuild it soon, and hopefully I'm going to be starting to rebuild it soon, but I'm waiting for more parts. I'm currently waiting for a bunch of bolts for the carrier for the crankshaft, and talking with my cousin Sean. He said any of the bolts that I can replace, I should, because we're going to be torquing them down, and we want to make sure that they're going to be really nice and secure. So I've got I was able to find some bolts for the main carrier or main cradle, so I'm waiting for those to come in. The company that I'm getting from is a great company. It just takes them forever to ship. So hopefully they'll come in the next couple of weeks or so, and I can finally start rebuilding the engine. Until then, I'm trying to find some other stuff to do. So one of the things I'm going to be doing today is just pulling out the two front CV axles. And the reason for that is, if you go back and take a look, when I tore the engine out, back 3-4 months ago, I just left the CV axles kind of sitting inside the engine compartment, kind of propped up. And over the winter, the boots have completely cracked, separated, torn. Put a video right here. You can actually kind of see what I'm talking about. But so I went online, Rock Auto, $50 a piece, and you can replace the entire CV axle. So got some money, or dropped some money there, and got those in. I want to get these things out now, because when they broke open, they are full of grease. That is a really nasty smelling grease. So it's kind of made the garage stink a little bit, plus it's just a mess, and they don't need to be in there anymore. So this should go extremely easy. And one thing I'll say is, when you see how easy this goes, if you're in the process of taking out your engine and you're going to do something along the same lines as I am, where it's going to sit for a while, with the ease of how I think these things are going to come out, I would highly suggest taking the extra 10 minutes and pulling them out and setting them aside somewhere so that they don't get damaged, so you don't have to go and spend an extra $100. So with that, let's see how this goes. There's a cotter pin here that needs to come out. So at this point, I'm going to use my electric impact wrench to get this thing off of here. This is going to, I think, make it a lot easier to do than some of the other ways I've seen people doing this. One of the things I've seen people do, because you're going to have to break it free, it is on there under some pressure. If you get like a breaker bar or some type of long metal tube or something along those lines, and prop it into here to kind of keep the drum or the rotor from rotating, because what's going to happen is you're going to want to break this thing free, and all you're going to do, and you may have even noticed it when I was trying to pull the cotter pin out, this is actually slightly free and it can spin, so there's no way you're going to get any torque to pull this off. This will make it a lot easier. Hopefully, we'll find out in a minute. Just like that. That would have been a lot more work, much bigger pain, if I was trying to do that manually. If you're going to be working on one of these cars or rebuilding something, not paid by them or sponsored by them or anything like that, but Rigid, these things are amazing. I did do some research on this before I got it, and at least at the time when I bought it last year, Rigid was the one that had the most braking force for braking nuts that was electric. And I like this so much better than having an air compressor running in the background. just making a lot of noise. So definitely, if you're going to be going through and doing this, pick yourself up one of these and something else. It doesn't really matter if you get yourself an electric impact wrench, because it makes all the difference in the world. Quick intermission. Do me a favor, go ahead, hit the like button down below. Make sure that you've subscribed if you haven't already. We've hit 100+ subscribers at this point, which is really awesome. I can't believe that there's at least 100 people out there that are finding this interesting. But thank you very much to everybody who is. Hopefully it's going to get even more interesting as I start to rebuild that engine and try and get this thing actually running. But again, please make sure you hit the like button down below, and let's go ahead and get the other side of the car done and wrap this thing up. Passenger side and driver's side. One thing you'll notice is I haven't quite been able to figure out how to detach the axle from that CV joint there. Tried banging on it a little bit, didn't make a difference, so off to the internets to find out. For now, I'm just going to package up this little half piece here until I figure it out or find a new one. But shiny new, old dirty. And the mess that was left behind that now needs to be cleaned up. And there you have it. Probably about 10 minutes aside. I kind of wish I had done this 3 or 4 months ago, so that those things weren't hanging around inside the empty engine bay. Maybe they would have lasted a little bit better, but taking a closer look at them, they seem to have, the boots were already kind of ripped and they're pretty old, so replacing them at this point is probably just a good idea anyways. But now they're out of the way for putting the engine back in. So with all that being said, thanks very much for watching. be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya.